Hi there, and welcome to a very different video to the one I usually make. This is actually a Q&A video, mainly because a lot of people have been asking me where the Statue of Liberty project is, and although I've been posting on things like Discord and community posts, not everybody sees those, so I thought it best to make a video explaining some frequently asked questions and some additional questions on where the Statue of Liberty project has been and when it's likely to come back. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Stay tuned to the end to find out how you can get 10% off your first website or domain name. Now, like I say, this is a very different video. I'm not usually in front of the camera like this, and especially don't talk to camera very often. So you'll have to forgive me if this comes across a bit weird, because trust me, it's just as weird for me as it is for you, really. Now, I took questions from Instagram, Discord, and YouTube, so we're going across the board here. This is literally for you guys to help get a gauge of where the project is at, why it's been so long, and finding out when likely it is to resume on the channel. All right, first question. How do you feel like the whole project is going so far? If I'm honest, messy. I'm not happy with it, and this is one of the reasons I'm making this video in particular. I don't like how this series has been structured, and you'll find out a little bit later how I plan to structure this entire series going forward, just so there's a bit more cohesiveness, so you guys can get a clearer gauge of when episodes are meant to be coming out, instead of just being left in the dark. What percentage of parts do you think you already have? That is an excellent question, and I think one of the main reasons that this isn't a fully fledged Statue of Liberty episode is mainly because I don't have the pieces yet. Now, what I mean by that is all of the pieces are ordered, whether they're coming from Bricklink or whether they're coming from Lego directly. I have ordered pretty much, I want to say roughly 75% of the model. And as the model is split into different sections, when I say 75%, I mean the entire model, not just 75% of the statue itself. I actually have all of the pieces ordered for the entire statue. I just don't have it anything together because, like I say, pieces are on the way. So hopefully that clears a lot of things up on why there hasn't been a Statue of Liberty episode this month. I just don't have any more pieces than I had a month ago. I don't know if you said this in your video, but what do you plan to do about the lizard? Brick built, purist minifigure, etc. Unfortunately, the lizard is one of those real main stumps that I don't know what I'm doing with yet. I will try and figure it out. There are several options that are fantastic, but right now there's just nothing that really screams to me, this is what I'm doing for the lizard. Hopefully one company will do some form of custom big fig of the lizard, and it will be just perfect for this kind of statue, and I can get it and display it proudly in this model. But right now, as far as I'm aware, no custom company is making a big fig version of the lizard. There are a couple of minifigs that I've seen, but most of them are just too detailed and don't fit into the Lego look that I really like with my custom figures. And the brick built versions, yeah, they're good, but they could be better as actual official big figs. So right now, there's still no plans for the lizard. If you guys know of any companies that might be doing this, throw it in the comments or go and show me over on the Discord. We have a dedicated chat to just the Liberty project, so you guys can go and show me over there. Any plans for the purple sky effects, maybe some LEDs? Funny you should mention LEDs. I really like the idea of lighting this model up, potentially even adding some motor functions using third-party products like things from Like My Bricks, but we'll go into that again when the episodes come out. And I'm hoping that everything falls into place, and I don't want to give away too many secrets about the upcoming episodes of the Statue of Liberty project, which, by the way, are in the works. So everybody who is asking about where the next episode of the Statue of Liberty project is, trust me, it's in the works. I just want to make sure everything is going smoothly so we don't have month-long breaks again. As for the purple sky though, I have no idea how I'm going to suspend them up above the statue, maybe some form of strings or acrylic stands or something along those sort of lines, but I would love to do some form of crack effect, but again, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Now, before we get into a few more questions, this episode is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform that helps you design really professional looking websites, whether you're on mobile or PC. And trust me, I would know, my website is actually made with Squarespace, and I've been using them a long time, way before they were sponsoring this channel. So all the people who have been to my website to check out my instructions would know how clean and professional a website can look through someone like Squarespace. And trust me, I don't know how to code. All of this was done via their drag and drop features and award-winning templates. I don't know, maybe you're thinking about selling instructions or starting
starting an art business, or even just starting a blog, Squarespace can get you up and going in minutes and have the tools necessary to make it really easy for you to make this website. Their commerce tools can really make it easy for you to access analytics, seeing where people have come from, and you know most people access websites from phones nowadays? Well, every one of Squarespace's templates is mobile optimized, so you don't have to worry about somebody viewing your website on their phone, as everything will look clean and professional just like your website version. There's never been a better time to get into instruction making and selling your own models on your own website, so get your free trial by heading to the link in the description below, and make sure you use code TommyCBricks at checkout for 10% off your first website or domain name. Thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this one. Let's get right back into the video.
How many pieces do you estimate the final build will be? How many minifigures, and are you going to light it up? We've already discussed LEDs, but as for the final piece count and as for the minifigures, I want there to easily be every single character from No Way Home, and I do want to throw in a few little Easter egg characters that you guys will have to see in maybe a final reveal. I won't necessarily mention them as part of the episodes. I feel it makes it more fun that way, and you guys can spot them in the videos and put them in the comments. I did that with Deadpool in the airport battle, and everybody was like, oh, love that you've included Deadpool on this model, based on a video that I saw a really long time ago, which I thought was awesome. Some people understood the reference, some people didn't, but it was fun nonetheless. How many pieces do I think the final build will be? We're at about 9,000 pieces, which doesn't sound like a lot, but remember, these are like 2x4 bricks, so they're going to be huge still. I don't think we'll get as tall as something like the Daily Bugle, mainly because the Daily Bugle is not a lot of pieces, but quite a lot of height, whereas this project has a lot more shape to it, and like I say, we're using much thicker bricks. I think a lot of pieces also go into the structure of the model, so we'll see what the final build count is, but right now, we're about 9,000. Will Ned and MJ be included? Yes. Yes, they will. Are you still planning to do a helicopter and a crane? You're probably referring to this image. Now, this image is the full model of everything together, and although the scale is definitely a bit off here, yes, I still do plan to do the crane and the helicopter. In fact, I designed the helicopter just the other day, and I'm excited to show you guys in one of the potential next upcoming episodes. One thing I will say, guys, is if you've made it this far into the video, go ahead and press subscribe. You're clearly here for the Statue of Liberty episodes, and trust me, there's a lot more content on this channel as we're expanding out. So if you're liking this content, make sure you smash that subscribe button. It helps out the channel a lot, and I haven't asked in a long time. Click it, turn it grey, and let's get on with some more questions. Can you do a second minifig episode? I would love to do a second minifig episode. I think I'm going to wait till I get a lot more of the figures to do a second episode. There are a few more, like I say, in between episodes to main episodes that I would like to do that center around minifigures. What minifigures I think would be the best to use in this specific case versus minifigures that you can just buy off of everyday shelves. I think those videos will be super interesting, and again, ones to look forward to and press subscribe for coming up in the future. Do you think this series single-handedly scared LEGO away from building an official No Way Home set? No, this series has been messy. Do you think they will ever build an official Liberty Battle set? Again, this was one of the reasons that I was holding off on an official episode of the Statue of Liberty project. I was convinced that they could have done something for the $500 set, which, if you didn't see my last video about discussing the Hulkbuster and the Black Panther mask, unfortunately, I think this is not going to be the case, and I really am disheartened, and I really wished they had given us a Statue of Liberty. Even at $500, it would have been nowhere comparatively to this model. It just would have given us official versions of all of the figures and would have sorted out all of the problems like the Lizard, like Electro, all of these figures which I'm struggling to sort of get a hold of. And unfortunately, like I say in that video, they don't seem to have any No Way Home plans unless they're really keeping that tight to their chest. Aside from money, which part of the mock has been the most challenging? What part has been the easiest? But remember to take your time. This is a massive build, and we would all rather have a good quality video, no matter how long it takes, than a rushed, poorly done job. Thanks for that, I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate everybody who's waited so long for these episodes to come out, even though we're like 7 months in and we still haven't necessarily put any of the bricks down yet. I really appreciate that, thanks again guys. But as for your question, what has been the most challenging? Easily the statue itself. I've designed 2 statues now, many iterations of each statue of course, but the first one just didn't work fundamentally as a model, and the second one I'm really confident I can build as a proper statue statue and have it supported just by itself. And like I say, I've ordered all the pieces for it, so we will see how well it stands when I come to actually build it. As for the easiest part, there hasn't really been necessarily an easiest part. I definitely think the minifigures have been the most fun, and goes back to hopefully I will be able to do some more videos based around minifigures, and I actually know I've got a few episodes based around minifigures that I do have planned, and you guys are going to love them. Will you release a special episode for the anniversary of No Way Home? I really hope I have something at least planned for the anniversary of No Way Home. There doesn't look to be anything, at least right now, in the plans, but I really hope that I've got at least the majority of stuff done. I'm hoping the pieces turn up by next week, and I can really get going on some of these episodes so you guys can get a consistent episode plan for the rest of the year. But as for doing something special on No Way Home, I might make some form of dedicated video that might not be in the grand scheme of something in the Statue of Liberty project, but maybe just something special that comes out around the time of that's related to the Statue of Liberty project. A bit like this video. When do you estimate the build will be finished? Anything from next year to somewhere in 2024, I'm guessing? One other question, do you think this will fit inside your display? Because seeing a lot of your tours, you seem to be running out of space. As for when the model might be finished, I don't think it's one of those cases where it's like, oh, it'll be finished in 2 or 3 months. I still think it's going to take a good 4 or 5 months, but that in comparison to how long it's taken to prepare for this model, I think as bricks start going down, this will be a really, really fast process, and then we'll eventually have a full model, hopefully by the end of the year. As for where I'm displaying it, I don't actually know. This is going to be huge, and I think I might try and find somewhere in my living room, as I don't want to take this down, as like I say, I do plan to take this to conventions for you guys to love and appreciate. What will be your plan when this model is complete? Will you display it? Destroy it for pieces? No, I plan to keep this model built for as long as I possibly can. I want to display this model at several conventions, as recently I've been going to LEGO conventions and they've been super fun. I recently went to the one in Swindon and I went to the one in Bournemouth. I loved both of them and hope to one day display this model proudly at a convention for you guys to see and appreciate. Lastly, there's just a bunch of people offering support and love to the project, and especially patience to the project. I thank you guys so much in just sticking with me with this process. I think this is definitely the hardest project I've ever done, and maybe bit off a little bit more than I can chew on this one, but I still do plan to get it finished, even though it's taken way longer than I initially thought. Like I say, all of the pieces should be arriving, well, I'm hoping this week, and I plan to do nothing but recording for this series on the final week of October, so hopefully you guys can get consistent episodes throughout November and December. I'm not just talking once a month, I'm talking every week. I'm hoping that that is possible, but like I say, no promises for now. I will see you in an official episode of the Statue of Liberty project, hopefully come the first week of November. If there's no episode, don't panic too much. I'll be sure to update this community post and over on the Discord. That is the best for communication for me, so go and check there before you bombard the comments with where the next episode is. Leave your comments in the comment section below about what you think of the series, and also if you have a question for me. Maybe we'll do more of this if this video blows up. Thanks again to Squarespace for sponsoring this one. Thanks so much guys for watching, and if you guys want to hear my thoughts on the new Hulkbuster set, be sure to click the screen now. I will see you guys over there. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one.